to know what that bag with the Dr. Pepper logo on it was. I don't know if it was chips, if it was cotton candy or whatever, but I know I need to sign it before it's gone. So whoever has that, please bring it to the caster booth after I'm done today. But yeah, I mean, it's, well, pretty soon here we'll be jumping into the game as they populate the lobby now. But yeah, I mean, I'm expecting to see pretty standard match, match one, in that it's just, overlay issue. In that, okay, World's working on it. In that it's just kind of a feeler game. Are we missing people? Okay. So we have a feeler game, just, understanding what these teams are going to kind of do, get some momentum going, and then kind of play it off here.
Yeah, and like a prom dress, this first game is off, and the stereotypical getting the feel for everyone here. I can't exactly see whose POV I'm looking at just now as we fix the overlay yet, and PKD almost getting a follow-up on a great shot there, but it's going to get tossed back towards their corner. Ricky Lafleur trying to get a touch into it, can't get past the goal. Warrior up mid, can't quite reach it. Enigma trying to get one to the wall there, but can't quite. Looking for Ricky Lafleur.
Such an awkward.
Man, I hate all these names.
They are. It is kind of a mouthful to cast these games. But Dr. Pepper putting one potentially on net over to PKD. Nice little cut from Enigma now into the corner is Ricky. Little 50 into PKD in favor of Granny Shifters here, keeping momentum on Lethal Shootas' side early. And I could tell you firsthand, if you are a lower seed, you got to come out here and make a statement against these higher seeds, because they're going to kind of come in and they're like, yeah, okay, they made it here, they're good, but we're better because we have more wins, whatever. So making a statement here in this first game as Granny Shifters is everything here.
Yeah, and especially in these lower divisions, a lower seed is going to have maybe quite a more big difference. I can't speak. Bigger difference in skill level than you might see in like a Div B or a Div A game. And so, what I'm really looking for here is I want these teams to really realize if the enemy team's far away, keep it close. If they're close, bang it to the other side, and I think any team that figures that out is going to have pretty good chances here.
That is the best way to play the game, as now Granny keeping momentum on the offensive half here, as we got Mr. Dr. Pepper himself clearing it upfield, getting a pass over to mid. This is on target if Warrior can't connect, and Pepper drawing first blood here for Granny Shifters.
Yes, Lethal Shootas looking a little awkward on the goal line, and it is going to roll in nice for Dr. Pepper. He didn't even get the touch he wanted there, but it just rolls in for him anyways.
He didn't even need to. That's how perfect he is and how perfect the drink of Dr. Pepper is. Sponsor us, please. But now Lethal Shootas needs to find a response here to keep momentum in this first game. But now Ricky PKD looking a little uncomfortable in the defensive half. Warrior moving it upfield. Potential shot on net, but Pepper is there playing fantastic defense. Enigma now slamming it off the sidewall over to PKD. Is anyone home here for Lethal Shootas? Enigma putting a shot off the backboard. PKD is up with Warrior. Oh, here we go. We have another pause. JD's and Lentilman. It really wouldn't be a Dcrl stream without some serious technical difficulties, but we want to thank you all watching at home for understanding that this is not perfect, and I am. And but yeah, hopefully we won't hold you guys up too much. Most of the issues we've been having are pretty quick, changing frames, whatever, or frame rates, I should say. But yeah, so far, I mean, Granny Shifters bringing a lot of momentum early in this one, but I don't want to jinx or cast or curse anything. Luckily, my name isn't Alex Cotula, so I don't just do it naturally by breathing. But we should be jumping in here very soon with a nice little kickoff at a random point in time. That being 2 minutes and 16 seconds. And Lethal Shootas, having said that, they got to find a response sooner than later, because 2 minutes is technically a lot of time, but it's pretty nerve-wracking.
You got Lethal Shootas all going up for the ball here. Everyone's committing, but nothing's going in the net. It's going to be a race down midfield. It's going to be PKD. Enigma's going to get it 50 with Duck. Ricky goes up. Warrior trying to find one. PKD is on his tail. Dr. Pepper gets it over one, can't really find another as Ricky's going to bang it away. He's going to try and get a follow-up off the wall here. Gets a nice little touch on the backboard. Is anyone there? PKD is, unfortunately, as he hits it away. He's going to get a nice one, follow-up backboard, maybe a pass out mid, see if he can get a bump. He doesn't. Well, he gets bumped. Maybe trying to find a little bit more control here. Brings it back to the wall. Gets it past one, maybe another.
Yeah, Granny Shifters, I just want to point out really quick, the possession that they're maintaining is paramount. I mean, like, Lethal Shootas are doing a pretty good job, but they would have a lot more offensive potential if they would kind of keep the ball passing between each other and just keep it close to their car. Honestly, you can get a lot of goals by just doing 50s. Ricky, potential shot. It is sent back by PKD. Could not, unfortunately, snipe his teammate upfield, but he does center it once again for Warrior, causing two Granny Shifters to go up in the air to block it. Ricky, again, just being an offensive menace here for Lethal Shootas, but they can't connect. Once again, Warrior, ding, off the crossbar. Is anyone there for the rebound? Unfortunately not, as now Duck trying to maintain possession, chip it off the little sidewall over to PKD. Opts to flip it, trying to maintain, gets a cute little pinch off the sidewall. Is there anyone mid for Granny Shifters to receive this? Enigma is off the backboard. Will we see a triple flip reset? Unfortunately not. Enigma trying to get a touch off to the sidewall, is not able to connect, and now Warrior bringing it. 20 seconds. Lethal Shootas has to find an answer here.
Yeah, I'm really looking at Warrior here. I think he's really feeling himself, just kind of watching him play. It hasn't really gotten his way yet, but if he plays like this and keeps it up throughout the whole series, I feel like he's going to really shine here. As he's going up the wall, trying to get a pass downfield. Can't quite get a touch, maybe a fake. Enigma cuts it off. Ricky takes it up the left. Can't get it quite mid as it gets sent down by, I don't remember who that was. But
and that's game one, Granny Shifters. Fantastic casting job, Steve. This is why I love casting with you. But yeah, I mean, genuinely, it might be. But yeah, I mean, fantastic performance by both teams. 1-0. That was a very close game. I just realized how in depth Lethal Shootas logo is. I've never seen it this close. But yeah, honestly, I'm looking to see more kind of proper. I don't say proper plays because you can make almost anything work in this damn game. But for Lethal Shootas, their biggest thing is, it's possession. Just keeping the ball near you, not slamming it away. Because realistically, in regards to this, region of play or, like the Div D teams, Granny Shifters aren't bad mechanically. PKD is, pretty good with flicks. So really the last thing you want to do is just kind of hand them the ball. And you can say that for most ranks and, parts of the game. But when you're trying to get a nice early lead, it's not really the best idea.
No, and I mean, you could say this applies to all ranks, but just trying to keep the ball around you and not giving it away to the teammate, it's going to be, or giving it away to the enemy team, it's going to be a big key factor here. I mean, I know a lot of, lower divisions, they're going to want to try and just get the ball away from their half, and there's just sometimes where that's not quite the play you need to make.
Absolutely. But moving into game two now, Lethal Shootas, I'm hoping, can come out early and equalize the pressure here, but we got Bepper making a fantastic save, trying to make a little play upfield. Ricky, I think, pre-jumped that. Fantastic work by Mr. Ricky LaFleur. PKD now bringing it up the wall. Kind of bumped a little bit by Duck. We'll have to bail on the ball. Enigma now trying to make a play off into the midfield here. Fantastic 50 by Ricky. I'm a poet. Warrior now up early for that one. We'll have to 50 here with, with Dr. Bepper. Trying to get a play mid, is unable to, unfortunately. PKD, he fakes one. Can he get it past the second? Warrior with a fantastic clear. Moving now into the Granny Shifters part of the field. PKD is beat by Ricky. Is this on target? It is off the backboard, and unfortunately no one is home for Lethal Shootas. Warrior trying to get a play off the sidewall. Gets a fantastic hit into the midfield, but Lethal Shootas needs this second man to be closer if they want to get early goals in this one.
Yes, they're going to have to communicate just a little bit more, make sure someone's there, and make sure they know if you're going to pass it out the backboard that someone needs to be there for it. Warrior, great little touch off the corner there. Again, no one's there, but Duck is able to get it after a missed touch. Enigma, great clear here. He's going to try and control it in the corner. Can he get it past Warrior? He can't really. It's going to 50 to the opposite wall. No one's there to really answer who's going to get there first. PKD versus Ricky. They both go missing. Duck gets a little awkward flip there as Enigma is going to send it downfield. It's going to be close to net, but Warrior's there. Dr. Pepper trying to get mid. Ricky's again there, back to clear it off. Can he get another? He does, around one. Warrior off the backboard. Ricky's up. doesn't quite get it as PKD sends it back fine.
I don't think this ball has like touched the ground. And okay, well,
There it
that
goes.
kind of ruins it. But I mean, yeah, I really wasn't expecting the ball to just. I mean, this looks like a Div A game in that the ball was just always in the air, getting batted back and forth. Fantastic send out by, I think that was Enigma. But yeah, I mean, it looks like a boomer ball game. As far as who that really benefits, I couldn't tell you, but I will say it is worth noting that a lot of these players in this current match haven't really played that much on LAN. I can see a couple names that I recognize, but LAN is definitely a beast that is definitely not worth tossing out of the equation for mental. But having said that, Lethal Shootas is trying to get some momentum back in this match here. Ricky chipping it into the offensive zone is able to get another touch. Where will he place it? Opts to fake it over Enigma, and now Warrior into the midfield. Gets another touch. Can he get it past the defender? And a fantastic play by Lethal Shootas.
Warrior gets that nice little pinch off the corner there. He's able to control it and get a perfect flick over two of them there, just completely sending it over. And fantastic play by Warrior.
Yeah, honestly perfect flick. Just right over the defender. Is that a kick? Oh, it's off the post. Almost an immediate kickoff goal for Greeny Shifters. And it's the other direction. There went post. Oh.
What a pinch by
What
Enigma.
an angle. I'm not going to lie. I could try that. I mean, this is like a Swamp Donkey tier own goal at LAN. I mean, there's really no other word can describe it. That is insane.
It's just a sucky position.
You just got to shake it off. But if you're Lethal Shootas, this is exactly the break that you're looking for. You know, you need some kind of momentum, push, or shift, and this is how you can do it. But this game is by far not over, or excuse me, far from over, as we got 2 minutes left for Granny to make a comeback.
Yeah, absolutely. Warrior off the corner, doesn't quite get it. Gonna send it. Orange is gonna send it out mid. PKD gets a control, gets a nice flick. It's off the backboard. Is anyone up? PKD tries again, but isn't quite gonna get it. Warrior is up. He's gonna send it down straight. Is Enigma gonna get it back? And he does. I couldn't quite see from the demo there, but another send out towards trying to clear it out, but just can't quite get it. PKD gets a nice little one. Nice little shot. He's gonna try and get another one in mid. Can't quite get it in the corner as Ricky challenges him. He gets sent down to the opposite corner. Enigma with a risky touch there off the backboard. Could have sent it right to the other team, but they keep control. Doctor controls it, tries to go for another, doesn't. Oh, he almost gets their Warrior. Sends it mid, straight for PKD. He sends it high.
I mean, Granny's, they have some pretty good offense. They just can't close out the shots. And additionally, Lethal is doing a very, very good job of transition offense. They've had a lot of potential. Unfortunately, most of them go postal. But a lot of potential goals here from, like transition plays. Just clearing it up the field and getting a shot on net. But Granny Shifters, 45 seconds left. Will they be able to find anything to carry momentum? Pepper with a beautiful shot placed all the way out of the defender's reach. Fantastic play by Greeny Shifters.
Great read from Dr. Pepper there, seeing that Warrior isn't going to quite get it. He just opts to be the last man anyways and goes up and nails it. Awesome play from Dr. Pepper there.
If Granny can, pull it out of their butt, per se, for this match, then having a 2-0 lead on the 2 seed in the loser bracket is, I'm going to say timeout. But, coming in here, I've said it multiple times, but you got to make a statement here, and they're doing just that, but you got to stick with it here if you want to survive in this lower bracket. But Lethal Shootas just has to survive for 20 more seconds, and they will take game 2 here. Over to Enigma now, trying to get offensive push here in the last second for Granny. 10 seconds left as we got Dr. Pepper slamming it up the field. Is anyone mid to receive this? It is not the greatest bounce in the world. PKD sending it over again. Warrior with a beautiful touch to try to clear it out of the defensive zone, and Lethal Shootas takes game 2.
Yes, they do. And I did want to point out that I think I was seeing pretty good, rotations coming out from both teams. They were starting to see a little bit more positioning, and they were all able to get, a hit on the ball when they needed one. It's whether or not the hit was kind of works in their favor is kind of, how Granny Shifter saw the end of that game there. And I did want to point out something that you mentioned earlier, saying that some of these guys, or even maybe most of them, don't have much LAN experience. And, Div D being, relatively the newer division.
New players.
And it's kind of cool to give players, maybe of that, diamond rank or low champ rank, the opportunity to play in a LAN setting like this, and it's really cool to see, these two teams battle it out, and otherwise wouldn't have that opportunity.
Absolutely, and that's the name. That's like there's the pitch, like there's the the
Dcrl,
league for you. Yeah, there's your plug. But yeah, I mean, I think if you're Granny Shifters, shake it off. I mean, there was like the own goal and then like the flick, but not the end of the world. People make mistakes, and it is Rocket League. But now it's basically just a best of 5. So nothing that these teams aren't super used to. But Enigma trying to get an early play here. PKD is there for the follow-up, and some spotty defense and lethal Shootas allows Granny Shifters to take one in 10 seconds here, making a statement in Game 3.
Yeah, we did see Ricky and Warrior both go up for that ball and both go missing, leaving their teammate kind of in an awkward position, and Granny Shifters were able to find the opening there.
Also, I want to point out Ricky's car. I noticed it when I was looking at like a replay one time. I don't remember why I was doing it, but fantastic design. I think, is that a pigeon? But anyway, PKD moving it up the field. Fantastic 50 by Ricky once again. We got Bepper. Ricky is just a 50 machine here for lethal Shootas. PKD now. Little interference by Duck. I want to see more out of him this game, actually. He's making some plays, but it doesn't really show up on the scoreboard much. And I think if he can kind of up his offensive pressure and, I guess set in motion some kind of new plays, they could really see some success here. But Granny Shifters clearing it up the field once again over to PKD. Excuse me, was that Ricky? I don't even know what's going on.
It was the other team, PKD.
Okay.
Cut it off there, yeah. I think it might have been a pass to Warrior, but he wasn't there in time. But Ricky is going to try and get one maybe out mid here. As Dr. Pepper gets a nice little stop. It's kind of awkward on the follow-up. Duck's going to be able to try and pinch it mid. Doesn't quite get it. 50s with Dr. Pepper. Warrior's going to be able to follow it up. Off the wall is going to be mid for it. Not quite as PKD sends it towards the net. It's not quite there as Duck is able to get a nice save. Enigma taking it up the corner, as we often see. Doesn't quite follow as Ricky's able to clear it out. Warrior is battling out with Dr. Pepper here, trying to find something mid.
Oh!
Enigma buries it.
What a play here. This is exactly what I'm talking about with possession. Just keep the ball near you. We got Pepper over to Enigma, who says Ligma and puts it right under Warrior. Fantastic play here by Granny Shifters in Game 3.
You are a poet.
You had to expect it. It really is a perchance cast, isn't it?
What a shot by Warrior, and what a save by PKD. Duck may trying to get a second one, but PKD 50s it with him. Is he going to get another one? He does. Over one. Ricky's able to stop it. What a stop by Ricky there. Enigma 1v2 over here as both his teammates, I think, went back. Oh, never mind. One is up.
The free jump to deny you.
And Dr. Pepper, big clear out, but Duck's able to stop it. What a stop. Enigma takes it out the wall. Going to try and find a touch around one, maybe a 50. Doesn't quite go in his favor. It goes out mid. Ricky goes missing as Dr. Pepper gets one toward the backboard. Is that going to fall in?
Oh!
Save. What a shot, first of all.
That was a great opportunity for Granny Shifters. Almost, I don't even know who that was, but fantastic play. He's going, it must have been him. Oh, he tried it again. Unfortunate, but kind of leaves the defense in a weird situation, but it does not matter as Dr. Pepper himself clearing it back into the offensive zone. Granny Shifters doing a fabulous job of maintaining offensive pressure here, but not getting too complacent. We got Pepper clearing it over to the sidewall. Potential opportunity here for Duck, but Pepper is there fast. No one is home for lethal Shootas off of like a little bump, I'm assuming is what it was. But PKD trying to keep the offensive push going as we have Enigma up early for this one. Gets it right over one. Can he get it past two into the midfield? Opts to get it on net, but Warrior, oh, fantastic shot by Pepper. Pepper's placement is on point today.
Right near the mid boost. He just fires it back left corner. Ricky goes missing. He isn't quite able to get it. What a shot coming out.
I mean, Granny just proving a point here in Game 3. This is not necessarily the most pivotal game, but you get to a point where you're like, okay, we really need to start winning these, so taking them early is everything for the mental game. And as I say, pretty much every cast, A lot of people underestimate how much of a mental game this is, especially on a stage when you don't really play on stages much near people, and some people don't go near people much. So it's, you know, a lot of people get anxious, and it causes some chaos here. But a minute and a half left with Granny Shifters looking like they have all the momentum in the world. We'll see if Lethal can come back.
It's the momentum that we were talking about right before the series started, and it's really working out in Granny Shifters' favor as they are really putting the pressure down on Lethal Shooters. They're just trying to find something to clear it out. They get a little chance here as Duck goes up and tries to follow it mid. Doesn't quite get it. Warrior's going to get a little bit of a touch here. Opts to send it to the backboard. Maybe a missed shot, but doesn't get the follow-up. Dr. Pepper trying to control it here as Ricky cuts him off. Gets a bump on Duck. Enigma trying to get it down to him, but doesn't quite get it. Doctor puts it up. Can't get the second one. Duck goes to the wall here. Can he get it over PKD? He doesn't. PKD has an opportunity here, doesn't opt for it. Warrior taking control over to the wall. A little bit of a miscommunication there as two of them go missing. Warrior gets it back, maybe tries to cut it around here. Oh, what a fake! I don't know if that was intentional or not, but Ricky LaFleur is able to answer back before anyone else does. Duck gets it, shot on net. PKD is there though, gets it back to Ricky. Tries to get into the corner, maybe a pass out mid here. The block might work out in their favor.
We got 15 seconds left here in Game 3, and it's looking like Granny Shifters, unless we have some kind of insanity here. It's looking like Granny Shifters will take this, but we'll see if Lethal can take one for the road here. When this ball hits the ground, this game is over. Warrior trying to catch it. Can he get there? He does not, unfortunately. And Granny Shifters going up, I believe, 2-1 in the series. Yes. Absolute
domination from Granny Shifters this game, shutting them out completely. Seeing a lot of zeros on the scoreboard. But
yeah. I mean, you can't just, you know, from the stats guy, you can't only look at stats, obviously, but they paint a nice picture. You can see 2/3 of their goals were off of passes, and Granny Shifters honestly just did a very, very good job of just keeping the ball moving like amongst them. On the the other half, Lethal, I think they're spaced out too much, and I think they're too antsy to get a play going. In that they'll get a really nice hit off the backboard, and I mean both of these teams, and in general in like the lower skill ranks, it is really good to use the backboard because they're hard to read. So if you can get reads going, you have 3 goals. Yeah, I still suck at it, but if they're spaced out too far, you can't really generate those opportunities. And if you go up too early, it's harder to read. So I think if, when the season started, they were a lot more passive in things. And it's good to be aggressive, but there comes like a pivot point in a way. So we'll see how they bring it back in Game 4.
And Granny Shifters have this kind of strategy. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but that game, they're just putting a lot of pressure and just keeping the ball in their half. And eventually, Lethal Shooters are going to be out of position or they're going to make a mistake. And that's kind of what won them in that game. And we'll see if they can try and answer back here. Ricky trying to get some early possession for Lethal Shooters. He's going to be able to get control. Doesn't quite get the pop I think he wanted. Dr. Pepper takes it up to the left. Gets a nice pass out mid. Is anyone there?
God.
Ricky might be. Whew. Warrior gets the touch. Ricky should have jumped there. I bet he wish he had that back. But Warrior gets it. Doesn't get the touch. Oh, it's going to get the duck. It's flying. Just wait for someone to go
a bunch of fakes going on. We got Pepper popping it up to PKD. Smart move from Lethal Shooters to just sit there and wait for Enigma. Fantastic hit into the midfield. Is anyone there for Granny Shifters? No second man to be found as Enigma will erase Ricky as the first man, as they are getting a little overzealous here on offense, but it could be potentially good. If you're Granny here and you take this game, you are on match point. Oh, what a go in! Oh, what a shot!
Absolute ripper coming out from Dr. Pepper, bar down.
Oh my
shot!
God, this dude he's painting everywhere on the net. He doesn't care where it goes. He even gets the crossbar, the posts involved. He likes to share the wealth. But a goal within a minute here is exactly what you're looking for if you're Granny Shifters, and Pepper has just been doing that the whole series. I don't even know if the other two have scored. Maybe PKD, but it's almost like all Pepper. But just fantastic offense here from Granny Shifters.
Yeah, I might owe Pepper an apology because I believe at the beginning of the series I said he wasn't all that standout, but a good all-around player. But he's just been ripping shots on net all series.
Now I really want to sign whatever that bag was.
I need him to sign it.
Yeah. Ricky now
gets to touch the wall there. Enigma's going to try and answer back, but Warrior able to get it off the backboard. Can he get a read here? He does. It's off the post, but Ricky is there to answer back. What a pass.
They must be able to hear me. They're evolving. They're developing. The closer second man. Fantastic pass by Warrior. Putting it just off the post, so Pepper has to jump if he thinks it's going in. And fantastic, fantastic cleanup.
Yes, and if I'm Lethal Shooters right now, if I'm the captain, I'm trying to get my team a little bit more composed here and just getting smarter touches and really trying to communicate here, because if they don't get a control on it soon here, Granny Shifters can really try to suffocate them again. And the Warrior tries to get a touch there, but it just goes straight to the ceiling. PKD goes missing. Ricky as well. Warrior gets a touch, I believe that was, but Enigma stops it. Doctor takes it up the wall. Being an absolute menace, he's going to go for another one here. Doesn't quite get it. Duck cuts him off. Can he get it past another? He kind of does. It goes flying over mid here. Warrior's up, but doesn't quite make it. PKD pops it up for Ricky. Ricky might get a read on it. He does. Enigma follows up. Can't get 50.
Enigma's midfield. And, I mean, I got to give props to, like, Enigma's midfield presence. I mean, the guy is just, like, all over him. Like, they can't even get it past the midfield line without having to break through whatever. Is that the Fennec? I don't know, but he does it all. He does it all. He's in the midfield. He's in the offensive zone. And he's putting Granny Shifters up 2-1 in Game 4 with this fantastic, fantastic shot. Warrior had no chance. Enigma's just better in that case.
Granny Shifters have an absolute grip on Lethal Shooter's side of the field these last 2 games.
I mean, they're doing, I mean, LAN especially, but Rocket League in general is a very much momentum-focused game. That's literally why we have timeouts. But, which we'll see if one gets used this series. But first ever, or not first ever, maybe the first LAN, like, Div A timeout. But anyway, trying to get some offense going here again as Lethal Shooters. If they lose this, they are on match point. So this is kind of one of those pseudo need to win games, per chance. But Warrior up early. I said it. Enigma slamming off the backboard, or excuse me, off the sidewall. This is on target from Ricky. A little interesting tap from Dr. Pepper. Will this boost respawn? It does. Can he make a play over to PKD? Taps to 50 him off the sidewall. PKD trying to get it into the own half here. As now Doctor taking it off the side. Where did Enigma just come from? We got Doctor bringing it up the field once more. Ricky trying to get a bump on him. Is unable to. This is falling over the front of the net, but fantastic. Amazing.
Doesn't quite
insane.
get it. As Rick tries to get it to the wall. He can't. PKD answers back. Tries to get a mid. Duck's able to stop it. Enigma tries to get a shot. Isn't quite strong enough. Warrior's going to try and do something in the air here over midfield. Can he get a pass out mid or even a shot? He gets it back out. Duck is there. Not going to quite bounce enough that he needed. PKD's got a nice open net here and is able to get a nice shot.
Oh, you hate to see it if you're Lethal. This is what I was talking about with the kind of passiveness. Is it a good idea to go for it? Maybe. You kind of need the goal, but you're not. I mean, you're going to pay the price if you mess it up, and they did. So 3-1 Granny. I didn't thought I'd ever say those words, but 3-1 Granny Shifters in Game 4. This is also potentially dangerous here for Granny. PKD is there. Fantastic bump from Enigma, and they are just cramming it into Lethal Shooters here in Game 4.
Glad it wasn't the other way around there. But
cramming it into Granny.
No, Granny Shifters are definitely feeling themselves right now, as that was just a wonderful communicated bump play. Coming, I think, who got the bump there? I think it was Enigma.
It was Enigma.
Yep. Duck trying to get some control here, trying to get it back, but PKD and just all the Granny Shifters are putting the absolute pressure down on the Shooter's side of the pitch here. Everyone is missing.
Modern Warfare. Yeah, Granny Shifters, though, they've been pretty physical. They didn't really score much off of them prior to this game, but they've definitely been harassing Lethal Shooters and just kind of slamming them around the field. And sometimes you don't even want the bump, or excuse me, like the demo. You just want to throw them around. It's a lot harder to recover from a bump than it is like a demo where you kind of know where you're going to spawn. But 10 seconds left. This game is all but wrapped up here for Granny Shifters. Honestly, I am expecting a timeout and kind of hoping we see one, because Lethal Shooters need to change their game plan here.
And I don't even know if it's a change of game plan. It just kind of looks like they're not communicating with each other. They don't know where they are. I mean, there was a little moment in that game there where we saw Lethal Shootas hitting it to the backboard, a lot like what we see Granny Shifters doing. There's just not a second man to follow it up like we're seeing with Granny Shifters.
Yeah, I believe we'll be seeing a timeout. We will be seeing a timeout, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I mean, as far as kind of what to fix or how I would go, but if you're Granny Shifters, you just play the game. Maybe talk, hey, here's some stuff that could have gone wrong, but it didn't, whatever. But you can also just have fun. You know, being up 3-1 in a best of 7 is very comforting. But yeah, I mean, Lethal Shootas, they're the 2 seed for a reason. They're a very, very good team. They just got to get their flow back and their swagger back. But we'll see what happens here in game 5? Yeah, game 5 coming up.
Yeah, Granny Shifter's got a lot going for him right now. Being up and having this lead, and like, you know, we talked about it right away, this momentum is going to carry him a long way, as it has already. And, you know, I don't know if there's much they need to change. I mean, I'm sure, like, on their end, there's maybe a few things they know they need to clean up. But, yeah, like you said, if I'm them, that just keep playing their game.
Absolutely. I mean, I will bring it up. When you go up that, or not necessarily up, but when you play a game and you're just, like, owning them, it's very easy to be like, oh, perfect, we clear the series out. But as Alex Cotula will tell you, the hardest game to win is the last one. And a lot of these kind of events happen where you have these kind of one-off games. We saw a couple earlier today of like 6-2 and, you know, 8-1 or 8-2 or something that ended up being like 6 or 7 or I think 5 or 6 game series. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a, hey, let's reset. That was a really, really good game. We, you know, played extremely well, but go back to what we know and, you know, what we can do. So
yeah, you mentioned it earlier, but mental is a huge part of this game, especially at LAN. And, you know, you can have fun and be confident all you want, but, you know, you got to make sure you're staying locked and focused as well.
That being said, on the topic of locked and focused, it looks like we will be jumping back into this game shortly, but like we said, it is match point here for Granny Shifters. So really, if you want to make it simple, you just get 1 or 2 and then play some solid fundamental Rocket League. But we'll see what maybe they just score 12. Maybe we break a record today, Steve. You never know. But we got Ricky trying to get a shot on target, is not able to. Crazy 50 off the backboard in favor of Granny Shifters. Moving it up the field. Bepper trying to put it on target, is not able to. Unfortunately, PKD goes for it as well. Now Warrior off the sidewall. Someone flies in on a Pegasus. I don't know how they got there. But interesting touch into the offensive half here by Ricky. We got Bepper. Interesting touch off the sidewall, trying to maintain possession. PKD now. A lot of time to make a play here. Kills a man. And Enigma trying to await a hit from Ricky. Ricky, potential here for a midfield pass. Almost gets the shot. Warrior now trying to play catch-up with Bepper. Bepper kills him for his efforts. 50'd into Duck. PKD off the sidewall, into the backboard. No one is there for Granny Shifters, as now Bepper kind of has to awkwardly try to touch this. Isn't able to convert it, but it doesn't matter. Oh, is this on? It's, pre-flip from Enigma. You all saw it. Now Ricky
off the wall. I think Lethal Shooters might have to try and just live up to their name here and just pepper the net as much as they can. I think, you know, that's just a great strategy, especially in these lower ranks. Just try and get them off kilter, get them off balance. Ricky's going to try and do it here, but can't quite make it.
Yeah, I mean, on the topic of that, it's 100% true in any rank, really, but especially in the lower ones. I mean, at this skill, if you do anything like a lot, it's going to mess with people, no matter what it is. If your defense is really good. Like a really good, wow, that's a crazy touch from PKD, but a really good like midfield player or like a defensive player is irritating as hell on offense, and it kind of tilts you even though you have all the possession. But yeah, I mean, if they can go back to their roots and just pepper the net, like you said, just keep these shots, get good rotations going, they will score goals. But they got to clean up their defense a bit as the looks of it. But Warrior clearing it out, gets a little pseudo flick over one. PKD, little ground pinch action, is able to make 2 Lethal Shootas jump for it. Ricky now 50'd into PKD. Enigma is there. This is mid. kind of over the net, unfortunately, for Granny Shifters, but fantastic touch by PKD. Over to Bepper. Can he do it again? He will not, and we got just under half of this game left, and still 0-0, which is surprising to me.
One scoreless and half the game left, as it's going to go in the net.
Well,
Dr. Pepper
why do I talk?
Does what he does.
Why do I talk? I want to know.
Can you tell me lottery numbers real quick?
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I want to know how many goals that is for him. I mean, genuinely, the dude's just an offensive powerhouse. Picks apart the defense. Yeah, thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. Just picks apart the defense, and he's doing it very well. He's just making a statement, as I keep saying. This is, I always love it when these, I don't want to say bad, but like lower seeded teams make it this far, because it's literally just proof of, hey, regular season doesn't really matter. It's just for seeding purposes and playing the game, having fun. That's all we really want to do here. But 2 minutes is by no means the end of the world either. So Lethal Shootas could easily put one up to come back from this.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping they do, because I did call Granny Shifters in 6.
I said it in 7. They got a lot of work. Okay, well. Well, PKD doesn't
Granny
want
Shifters are going to
any
do it their
of
own
it.
way.
Yeah. Oh, we got some teammate action going on in the backfield too. But PKD getting the I guess, chip shot off the wall. But, yeah, 2-0, just laying the pressure on. Now they have a 1-goal cushion. They can mess up a little bit. But, yeah, Lethal Shootas needs to find something here because their clock is ticking. And it won't be a fun ride home if you lose tonight. But trying to get a shot on target. No one is there. A little uncomfortable defense from Lethal Shootas between Warrior and Ricky. Ricky now bringing it, a little pinch off the sidewall. Kind of hands possession over to Enigma. Enigma will be there for the push over to Duck. PKD off the backboard, just everyone jumping. Yeah, all these long names, and then it's just Duck. But Bepper trying to get a shot. Enigma is there for the goal, and this is looking very, very promising for Granny Shifters here.
Absolutely. Dr. Bepper being the shooter he has been. He kind of throws Duck a little off kilter, missing it, but it sets Enigma up perfectly for a shot just right top corner.
Yeah, I mean, like, Enigma and mainly Bepper. I mean, PKD is playing a very, very good third, right? Which is really good because a lot of the, you can't really have set positions in this game. When a lot of people ask me about it, they're like, okay, what position do you play? I'm like, I'm just an idiot. Like, I don't really play any position. And you can't. You kind of have to rotate through. And I think PKD is starting to understand that Enigma and, oh my God. Yeah, Mr. Dr. Bepper are having a very, very good game and just kind of like hitting him over and over and over. But Warrior making a little recovery play here for Lethal Shootas. Fantastic little shot. Warrior probably, could have rotated a bit faster, but he is unable to get the save. And now Lethal's only down 2. So we'll see how this impacts the mentality behind it. But, I mean, Granny just keep playing their game and they will succeed.
I mentioned his name earlier, but Warrior, I did want to see more out of him. And while we haven't seen a whole lot coming from Lethal Shootas, Warrior is just trying to keep him in the running here. Dr. Bepper gets one to the wall. Warrior follows it up. It's kind of going to the net a little bit. Trying to find some clearance here. Enigma 50s off a Duck. Can he go back? He can. Getting a little switched around.
It's kind of weird. Right, yeah.
Ricky gets it mid. Enigma with a big clear down field, but Duck is able to clear it back. It's kind of a game of ping pong here, just sending it back and forth. It's really going to just work out in Granny Shifters' favor if they keep doing that. They need to keep finding some kind of possession here, but I think with 5 seconds left on the clock, it's just not enough.
Enigma trying to get one more here for Granny. We'll see if anyone can take one for the road. If it is, it's going to be PKD, but Warrior pops it up. Is Enigma there for the follow-up, and that will touch the ground. And Granny Shifters will secure it.
Indeed, they will.
They will move on into the bracket. Unfortunate for Lethal Shootas that they will be going home now, but luckily 2/3 of them.
Side, 2 of them are from
luckily,
Fargo.
2 of them don't really have a place to go. Duck, I understand your pain, man. I made the 9-hour drive as well, and it's not a good time, but we will be pulling up a player here shortly once we get it wrapped up at the stage. But honestly, a very aggressive, ownage from Granny Shifters here, and I'm impressed, I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of faith in them, and that's why I kind of, made the prediction I did, but I didn't think it'd be quite the dominance that was shown here today.
I'm always one that's like, the underdog. I want to see him succeed, have a good time.
I'm not usually. I'm glad I was now.
Really? Yeah. I don't know, because I've been on teams where people don't really think a lot of, because I kind of suck. But I've been whoever cheered for that, I hate you.
We're
but,
both casting here because we're not playing.
Yes, so. Yes. But, yeah, I mean, fantastic win. I believe they will play whoever lost the one earlier today. But I don't actually remember. But, yeah, they're still in it. So they'll be here, I believe, later tonight we do another one. Because we kind of have it offset with the lower games. I think like D and C you'll play later tonight, like this evening, like late for those. But